What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I don't know if you can see outside, but it's still dark here in the Northeast in New Jersey. In fact, it is just about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I decided to start my cook today early because I got some things to do later. So I'm going to try to get it done, get it out of the way before I have to leave the house. And I know it's going to take me a few hours to get this done, so had to get up early. It's a kind of a warm morning today. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's 38 degrees. We have been having a little bit of a cold spell. In fact, yesterday when I woke up, it was about 9 degrees, and today being 38 is quite a treat for me. So I'm going to be outside on the smoker in a little bit, and I won't have to deal with those frigid temperatures. Today, what I've got is right here. Walking through the grocery store the other day, and I was a little hungry at the time, which is never a good combination, shopping while hungry. And I just happened to walk past the butcher counter, and I saw, everything that they had on display. And then I saw this chuck roast, and I thought, I got a taste for something like that. So I figured, let me pick up a chuck roast and do another video on chuck roast. So my chuck roast today is about 3 pounds. Not too big, and as you can see, Whole Foods Market, generally where I do my shopping and get my meats and vegetables, my produce. Our chuck roast today looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see this. Just going to do a quick rinse and bring it back to the plate here to season it up. We got her rinsed. So as I've done before, if you watched one of my previous videos on a chuck roast, I just kind of like to use a binder, and I like to use EVO, extra virgin olive oil. So I'll just get a little bit on there and spread it all around. I don't really do any trimming when I do my chuck roast. They usually come pretty well trimmed from the butcher counter there. It does have a little bit of marbling. I don't know if you can see that on camera. And it does have a little bit of a piece of fat running right through the middle there, which hopefully will render, I don't know. Generally speaking, I'm the only one that will eat this in my household. My wife is actually semi-vegan. She'll eat fish, which I have some salmon put on the smoker a little bit later. But my kids, they'll try it, and they get a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit weird about any fat. They call it the gooey stuff. So they'll kind of pull it apart and take all the fat off and kind of nibble at it, but not really good at eating any kind of meat other than chicken for some reason. But my seasoning today is the same thing I always use for my brisket, which I've done a while ago, and the chuck roast is just salt, pepper, kosher salt and pepper, 50-50 ratio. And I just like to get it generously sprinkled on there to coat all the sides, top, bottom. As you can see here, I did mix a little bit of garlic powder into this, which I forgot to mention. And as I mentioned earlier, it's been a little bit cold here. In fact, it was like 9 degrees yesterday when I woke up. And I know with the barbecue, my big smoker, that would take a while to heat up. So I decided to try something different today. Decided to try the small offset. My small offset is not reverse flow, it's just a regular flow, and I haven't really smoked anything, I should say, on that in a while, since before the barbecue. I do barbecue on it, like I did some hamburgers, I think not too long ago on it. So we're gonna try something different today with that. Reason I'm doing that is when I bring you out into the garage, you'll see with the holidays just passing and taking down Christmas decorations, I was just throwing everything in the garage. And we did have snow the first weekend in January. That first, I think it was a Monday and a Friday, maybe 5 or 6 inches of snow. And as a result of that, I wanted to get at least one car in the garage, so I just pushed everything over. Everything's actually blocking the barbecue from, I mean, I could get it out if I really wanted to, but we had some expectation of rain and or snow changing over to rain last night, which it did, and it might still be drizzling when we go outside, but I didn't feel like bringing that all out for my chuck roast today. So we're going to try the Little Smoker. Now, the Little Smoker is a Char-Broil Silver something or other. I think I've had that since 2006, 2007, somewhere in that time frame. It's been through thick and thin with me. It's been outside, I think, for of those amount of years, all but 1 year. I think 1 year I had it in the garage because I didn't really use it too much. But it's been outside. It's very weather beaten. In fact, the firebox had corroded, I guess about a year ago, sometime when I was building the barbecue. I actually replaced the firebox. I was able to find it online and replace that. So that part is new, but it's outside now. It sits outside all the time in the weather. So it's starting to show a little bit of decay, I guess, on that firebox. So I want to try to get that coated with some linseed oil today as well while I have it heated up. I figured might as well knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to take you out in the garage. You're going to take a look at the barbecue and the catastrophe that I have in my garage. No judgment, please. We're going to check the smoker and try to get this thing on. Stay tuned. All right, we're back out in the garage. You can see the barbecue over there, hopefully, in between all the junk. Like I said, it's raining out here in Jersey, so I did not feel like pulling it all out, moving all that stuff. So we're using the Char-Broil Silver Smoker, I believe it's called. Offset, not reverse flow. And I got some coals going, trying to get my coal bed going. That little red cup you see, my thermometer is not waterproof. So I got that on there to just keep the rain off of it. And let's take a quicker look. Right now we're up at about where we want to be, about 250. Now this one is not 1/4 inch steel like the barbecue. This one is what I call thin and cheap. I don't know if you can see that, how thin that is. It's about as thick as a dime. So I call it dime inch steel. So it does not hold the temperature as well as the barbecue, but it does its job. At least it did its job for a number of years until the barbecue became into existence. So we're going to get this chuck roast on here in a moment and check back in with you in a couple hours and let you know how it's going. All right, let's take a look. I just put it on. You can see, got the temperature probe in there. Right now we're at 45 degrees internal temperature for the meat, 191 on the grate there. You can see my fire going. We're gonna close her down, not open her for a couple of hours. I'll check back in with you in a little bit. All right, YouTube, we're about 4 hours in. I'm up to about 161 on the internal temperature on the chuck roast, 225 on the grate. I'm going to bring it in and wrap it up. And there's what my chuck roast looks like. In the meantime, See you in a minute. All right, got it all wrapped and back on the smoker here. In the meantime, I've thrown my wife's salmon, some sockeye salmon, back on the grill. But again, here to smoke as well. As you can see, she likes to throw every seasoning in this cabinet on there. But hey, that's the way she likes it. And just got this wrapped in some butcher paper. So we're gonna bring her back up to temperature and let her go. All right, took it off the smoker. As you can see, it was wrapped in butcher paper. And here is the finished product. Total smoking time was about 6 hours. I can't wait to slice into it and enjoy it with my family. Like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think.